to talk to you all about don't let your credit score hold you back. Okay. Many of you all are letting your credit score keeping you from home ownership, keeping you from lowering your car payment, keeping you from getting a new car, keeping you from getting a newer, even if it's a used car, whatever that goal is. You are letting your credit score hold you back. Okay. Listen, this is your year. Okay. This is your year. Let me show you guys an example of what I am talking about. Okay. This is a couple. Okay. This is a couple here, and they essentially went through our program. All right. And they not only learned how to improve their credit scores, okay, they learn how to improve their credit scores. They learn how to find out about what programs are available for first time home buyers, okay, in their state. Okay. And we were able to walk them through the entire home buying process. Okay. They went from unqualified to qualified. Okay. And listen, you just got to make sure that you are doing the right things. You got to make sure that you are essentially putting things in place that's going to help you improve your credit score. Okay. Now I know that there's a lot of information out there about what you guys can do and things of that sort, but you got to make sure you're not wasting time. Okay. We got to make sure we're not wasting time. We got to make sure that we're going to do something that's going to work. Okay. People are tired of just trying different things and not seeing the results that they need to have. Listen, you can't get to where you want to be just relying on disputes. I'm gonna say that again. You can't get to where you want to be simply relying on disputes. Okay. You got to have a stronger strategy than that. You got to know what accounts you need to add, what accounts you need to get rid of, things of that sort. Okay. I'm telling you, is that again, you want to make sure that as you're going throughout this entire process, that things are going to be making sense to you and that you're able to start taking the steps and you're seeing results. You guys should be seeing results at least every I would say if not every month, then you most definitely should be seeing some results here fairly soon. Okay. Either way, let me put up here. I know I got to put up here. Want to make sure you guys don't forget to go ahead and grab our free ebook today. Okay. So I'm gonna put that up here at the top so you guys can go ahead and grab the free ebook at here as well. All right. But listen, this is what you guys need to be focused on. You need to be focused on say, okay, what is my goal? Is my goal home ownership? Is my goal buying a car? Is my goal just paying down my credit card debt? Is my goal to get a high limit credit card? Whatever those goals are, to build business credit, to get business funding, whatever that is, you need to make sure you know what that goal is. That's number one. Number two, you need to know what steps need to be taken. Okay. You need to know what steps are needed. Like, for example, if you want to go into home ownership, you need to know where you can find those scores. Those are going to be your mortgage scores. There's two ways to get those scores. You got to know those ways. Okay. One of those ways is obviously going to a mortgage lender, right? And then you got to know the second way. The second way won't hurt you at all. It won't hurt your credit score at all. That is getting your mortgage scores yourself. So this is what we did for this particular couple. We looked at their credit situation. We created a custom game plan, and it walked them through exactly what they needed to do. Okay. Now we got some more game plans going out today. We got people with game questions from their game plans. Of course, listen, we're going to make sure that everybody gets taken care of. Don't you worry. Okay. We got you. Listen, but again, we created them a custom game plan. And that game plan told them exactly what they needed to do. And now they are homeowners. I'm just showing you all this because I know you all have a goal to get a home this year. For those who have this as a goal, I'm just showing you that, and I'm going to start sharing this a lot more so you guys can actually see what's going on. A lot of people aren't seeing what's going on. Okay. But again, this couple said we're not going to let our credit score hold us back. Okay. So now, can you learn all this stuff? You most definitely can. You can binge watch all of my videos, right? But if you want a faster way to get there, you're going to need a strategy based on your current situation. Otherwise, if someone does a video on a new credit builder, you're going to add that and then try to figure out why you didn't get the results. You're watching a video and someone says about disputing something, you try that and it doesn't come off your credit because they say everything's going to come off, right? Again, or someone says, "Hey, add." They say, "Hey, add, get a trade line and pay thousands of dollars." I've seen people pay thousands of dollars for trade lines, credit repair, all this stuff. You do bet. You know, you can get a bet. Some of you all can have a better result by throwing that money at your credit cards. You will get a better result by throwing that money inside and get a custom strategy for you and your goals. You would do better throwing that money right inside your savings account and preparing for savings of the home or whatever the case may be. So again, I'm not knocking the strategy, but I'm just saying that hey, there you all have options. Someone put in the comments, you have options. You have options. Okay? You can take your time with this entire process. Don't get me wrong, we don't want to waste time, but we at least want to make sure that every month we're getting closer. That means every month your score should be improving right towards that, assuming your score is not there, right? Every month you're learning the information that you need to learn in order to get to where you need to be, right? So you can do that. You can get there. You can get there. Okay. This is your year. If 2025 is going to be the year that you accomplish some of your credit goals, put 2025 inside of the comment section. Okay. We're going to get here. We're going to get to the comments in a little bit here. I just want to show you guys this because listen, so it's been crazy. And I've been wanting to make sure that everybody is in position. Okay. This is a channel where I care about your goals. I care about what you're trying to do. Tell me, excuse me, tell me what you're looking to accomplish this year. Okay. And I'm going to make sure if that the video gets made, that you get the information, that I bring in a special guest to dive deeper into that. Tell me what your goals are inside the chat. What's your goals this year? This is a safe space. Okay. I'm your friend that cares about your goals. I'm your friend that you can tell. I'm not going to make you feel bad if you say, oh, you want to buy a house. I'm like, well, why do you want to do that? Well, or whatever the case is. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it got to be now or whenever, because everyone has their own parameters. But again, whatever that goal is, we want to make sure we're bringing you the content that you need fresh. We're going to talk about how to accomplish your goals with fresh information, making sure it's updated, making sure it's accurate with action steps. See, some of you all are missing the action steps, right? You research the information, you watch the video, you hear the person say whatever they're saying, you go to the event, right? Whatever. But then you're missing the action steps. What's step one? What's step two? And you're wondering why you're not getting closer to your goals. Let me show you all their house real quick. I just want to brag on them real quick. See, I don't brag on myself. This ain't got nothing to do with me. My job is to make sure everybody gets to where they need to go to. So check this out. I'm going to show y'all their house. Watch this. Watch this. It's pretty cool. So this is, of course, let me see if I can zoom. Probably can't zoom. I'm gonna have to make myself smaller. I'll make myself smaller. Y'all ain't trying to see me anyway. Okay. This is their house here. Okay. First off, beautiful home. Let's start there. Okay. So of course you guys can see here. Listen, 4 bedrooms. They needed the space, right? 3-car garage. Y'all see this? Right? Move in ready. Y'all see that? Somebody put in the comments, move in ready. Move in ready. All it needs is you. All it needs is you. Look at those floors. I don't know if y'all, look at Brant. Listen, they redid the carpet. Okay, you got granite countertops that's over there as well, too. Look at that. Look how big that kitchen is. Recessed lights. You got a backyard patio situation. Look at that. A staircase that's over the center of the home, right? Look at that bathtub. Look at that. Jetted tub. You can sit in that. No more going to the places and overpaying, for I don't know if y'all got in Illinois we got Sybaris. I know that's old school, but that's newer stuff nowadays. But saying that to say, No more having to do that if you don't want to. You got your own jetted tub. You got your own situation here. The kids got all the space that they can ever need. No more having to share the bathrooms anymore like that. This is why you work hard. The thing is, you're letting your credit score hold you back. It don't have to be home ownership, but I'm just saying, if your goal is home ownership, it can be done. This is your year. This is the year we make sure you get everything you need to qualify for home ownership. Y'all see how big that basement is? Do y'all think they're going to have fun in this house? You better believe it. They work hard. They show up early. They stay late. They get overtime at their jobs. The only thing that was missing for them was having the right credit score. And then, of course, I'm sure they try what a lot of people try. They get advice from people. They look at stuff, right? All this stuff. But again, it wasn't working for them, right? That's why they came to here. That's why they came to 850 Club, because we get it done. I know it's a lot of people that say that they get it done. Sounds great. Sounds great. So, and some people can only show you that all they know is disputes. They just dispute everything on your credit report. They hope everything falls off. They hope you pay them. And then if the score does go up, have a nice day. Have a nice day. I talked to one of the 850 Club elite members today. We did a one-on-one because she got some goals that she's looking to knock out this year. So we did a one-on-one. We just had a Zoom call. And by the way, all the Zoom calls that just happened, you get a copy of the Zoom call. So we got some editing to do to get that out today. We got quite a few one-on-ones to get out today. We know who you are. We know who you are. Saying that to say, either way, she was able to do that. But when I talked to her today, she says, listen, I paid hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. And one person she paid, they never gave her her money back, and they disappeared. That's how it is when you're working with just random people in the industry, and not in a bad way. We don't know what we don't know. We don't know what a person's going to be to do. We don't know what they're trying to accomplish. Right? Here's one thing about 850 Club. We're not hiding. We easy to find. Whether you Google us or if you look for us on YouTube, we are here for you. Okay? We are here for you. But either way, listen, don't let anything hold your credit score back. Okay? Don't let your credit score be the reason why you can't accomplish something this year. Okay? But listen. This is our 850 Club Elites. I'm going to go ahead and move myself over here. So listen, if you are really trying to accomplish your goals this year, this is where you need to be. You need to be in the 850 Club Elites. It's the community. Okay. This is where we're showing people how to improve their credit scores, qualify for homeownership, and lower their car payments as well. Okay. Now, here's another thing that people don't talk about, and that's lowering your car payment. Okay. Now, of course, I show you guys that story all the time about Marcus. I'm gonna swap these stories out because we got so many stories. I'm gonna swap that one out, but this is a fresh one. We got a brand new one. Check this one out. If you are tired of your car payment, okay, I want you all to put too high inside the comment section. Go ahead and put it's too high. If your car payment is too high, put too high in the comment section. All right, check this out. I'm gonna show you guys something. Watch this. Oh, y'all ready? Watch this. This is someone who is, of course, a part of our 850 Club Elite. And listen, we talk about stuff everybody ain't talking about. This is how to lower your car payment, right? Watch this. And he says, I haven't pulled the trigger yet, right? But Calvin planted the seed. Motivation. Watch this. My clients, all of our members, they starting to have good credit problems. We're starting to have problems now. You know what problem he has to choose? You know what problem he has? He now has to choose how low he wants his car payment to be. He now has to choose which APR he wants to go with, because now he went from paying $948 a month to going to $814 if he wants to go this route. If he wants to go the lowest payment route. But if he wants to go the lowest interest rate route, 18% is what he's paying now, to 9%. We are cutting interest rates in half at 850 Club. Who else is doing that? Who else? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking other people. I'm saying where it's like, hey, this is what people are doing because of their score. We're not just saying, hey, here's your credit score, have a nice day. Oh no, that's just step one. That you just getting started. We just getting warmed up in here. We talking about the first house, the second house, the third property. We got clients watching these videos that's on their second, third property right now. We got clients that are looking for their second round, their third round of business funding right now, watching the same video you're watching. But they all started like you, many of them. They had 400 credit scores, 300s, 500, 600 credit scores. They were low. They didn't know what they could do. This is why we started this company, to make sure you are maximizing your credit scores. Okay? We're going to show you everything we can to lower your interest rate, to lower your car payments, to get you where you need to be. You just got to tell me what you're looking to learn more about. Tell my team in the chat what you need videos on. What do you need fresh videos on? Okay? Now here, I'm going to show you guys too. Let's go back. Let's go to YouTube real quick. Let's go back to YouTube, because we get busy. We get busy. It's a lot of stuff out here. Watch this. Man, watch this. It's going crazy. It's going crazy. All right, so now check this out. Here, oh, y'all can't see it. Hold on. What's happening? Oh, let me go back. Okay, my bad. All right, so now you guys can see it. Watch this. This is the YouTube channel, right? You guys are on it right here. Let me show you all a couple things that you're probably missing, okay? Number one, we have over 2,000 credit videos here. So whatever you're looking to learn about, we can help you with that. So let's say, for example, you want to get an apartment, because I know, Calvin, you always talk about home ownership, but what if I have bad credit and I'm trying to get an apartment? No problem. This is the credit score you need to rent an apartment. We did a video on that. We told you about rental apartment scams, right? Look at that. Listen, I'll tell you about a young lady I helped. She was denied for an apartment, so I showed her how to buy an apartment. She became one of the youngest landlords in Chicago. Whatever your credit situation is, all you got to do is just type it at the top. How to get approved for an apartment with a bad FICO score and an eviction on your credit report. How do you do that? How do you do that? Right? How to get approved for an apartment without a credit score. How people are getting denied for apartments, but they were approved for a home. Man, I'm trying to give it to you. You say, well, Calvin, you know what? I want to know about credit limits. No problem. Type in credit limit. See, here's the thing. Listen, why Navy Federal denies credit limit increases. How he got a $20,000 credit limit increase with an $87,000 income, right? How to take your credit card limit from one credit card and then put it on another one, right? The 5 best personal loans for, now that's more so, let me go back to credit limits here, right? Again, we've been talking about this stuff for years. 3 banks that give instant high limit credit cards. See, here's the information's here. 850 Club has everything you need to get to where you need to be. Okay. And we got a lot more on the way. Okay. I know a lot of people have been talking about business funding lately. Don't you worry. We got plenty of that. Okay. The truth about no doc business funding is out there, right? It's out there, right? How to get approved for $100,000 in business funding with US Bank. The list goes on. Okay. Either way, I know you guys know how to work YouTube. I'm just letting you know. The information is there. The information is most definitely there. Okay. Let's get back to this. Hold on. Let me move this back out the way. Y'all get the gist by now, right? We all on the same page. How did I do that? Okay. All right. Well, I guess we have to make sure it looks like this then. But yeah, either way, let's go and get into the comments, guys. I want to make sure we get into the comments here. Let me stop sharing this real quick. And then let me reshare this again because it was not the right size. I don't know why I did that. Well, we're going to have to deal with it today. Okay, there we go. All right. So let's see here. Want to make sure we get to some questions here. I'm trying to, this always happens when they get like right at the top left. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's get into the comments, guys. I know we got some craziness going on in here. All right. Mojo is in the house. What's going on? Appreciate you being here. Queen says, how do you fix your credit on a fixed income? Great question. What you need to do is you want to make sure that the accounts that you have, you can afford each month. If you cannot afford certain accounts, it may be time to close them, because I would rather you have a closed account that you were struggling to pay. I'd rather you close that than to barely make it or sacrifice something else when you can get the same result. Okay. Matter of fact, I need to add that to my list. Let's talk about that. That's gonna be I know we talk about credit builders, but y'all are spending too much money on building your credit. Too much money. Too much money. What do I mean by that? You don't have to pay more than $25, $50 a month for any of these credit builders. Spending more money is not going to improve your credit score faster. Let me say that again. Spending more money is not going to increase your credit score faster. So, like when you're spending more money on these accounts and stuff like that, that's different. If like you're trying to get a trade line, something like that, that's different. But like there's some credit builders out here that's like $200-$300 a month. No, I talked to a client today. She put $2,500 on a secure credit card. That's too much. That's too much. But she didn't know that, right? We don't know what we don't know. Someone put that in the comments. We don't know what we don't know. She didn't know that. So I walked her through that process. I said, no, we can't. We're spending entirely too much on a secure credit card. Because you guys know how to get the only way to get your money back from a secure credit card, right? You either upgrade and get your deposit back, if that's an option, or you got to close the account. Y'all hear me? Or you got to see if you can reduce the money from the secure credit card instead of going from 2,500, bring it down to 500. Let them give you $2,000 back. Okay, that's how you do it on the fixed income. Small bills. Look at your smallest bills. Look at these subscription services you have. Put that on a credit card. Put it on auto pay. That's one of the hacks right there. Okay. Listen, Mystic says, I've been checking you out, but these are all my goals. Absolutely, Mystic. You know what, Mystic? You know what the next step is. You know what the next step is. You got to decide how fast you want to get there. If you want to accomplish your credit goals, then just watch our videos. Binge watch our videos. You will be able to accomplish your credit goals. But if you want to get there faster, I strongly recommend joining our 850 Club Elites. Scan that QR code right there on your screens. Here, let me put the link inside the chat here. We always get emails and messages, and people say, Calvin, you got to put it inside the chat. I got you. I put it inside the chat. You can click it now. I know some of you all at work, some of y'all at home. Okay. This is how you get there faster. Okay. This is how you get there faster. Let me show you all what this looks like. When you get inside the 850 Club Elite, I'm going to show you all what it looks like. Let me zoom out a little bit. Y'all are used to me by now. Okay. Let me move that up a bit so you guys can. All right, y'all can be able to see that. All right, so now this is what it looks like as soon as you get in. As soon as you get into the 850 Club Elite, this is what it looks like. Okay. Now we have a 15-minute members Q&A. That's gonna be happening in 44 hours. Okay. So people that got questions, things of that sort. But this is what you do. You could easily put in a question here and you can tag me. Okay, just tag me and we'll make sure the classroom. So you just click on, I want to increase my credit score. I want a personal loan. I want to lower my car payment. I want to buy a home, right? The list goes on. Then it shows you our calendar, the events that's coming up. We have a lot of events that's coming up. Okay. We have a consumer lawyer that's coming up. We got a lot of stuff coming up. So make sure you keep up with that. You can also see where people are at. Okay. Where's everybody at? See where everybody's at. Rep your city. You see where we at? We deep. I don't even know there's this many people over here near Illinois. But listen, y'all been supporting for a while. We got people in Atlanta. We got people in different states, in California, in Texas. Listen, you're not the only one. You're not the only one that has credit goals where you are at. Okay. That's what it's all about. All right. That's what it's all about. Let me zoom this. Oh, wait. Now I messed this all up. Let me see if it'll let me go back. Okay, there we go. All right. But that's how you guys can do that. Play around with that and you can see that. Okay. All right. Perfect. But either way, that's what you want to do. That's what's going to get you there faster. If not, you can binge watch our videos And again, you'll most definitely be able to accomplish your goals like that as well too. Okay. All right, let's keep going. But that will be that's what I would recommend. Your next step. Your next step. Okay. If you want to get there faster. Michelle says Elite is in the house. Elite, if y'all are in the building, put Elite inside the chat. Put Elite inside the chat. Listen, oh man, they about to get so much information these next few weeks. They're about to get their credit questions answered. We're talking about home ownership. We're talking about people paying down debt. It's insane. It's insane right now. People don't talk about that. They don't talk about that type of stuff, right? Let me see here. Look at this. Watch this. Listen, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all one of the Elite what they're talking about. Let me show y'all this real quick. Watch this. Look at Marcus. He says, I have 3 rental properties to see today. Today. Y'all see this? This is what happens. See, again, when you're around people that have the same goals as you, he went from watching the videos to improving his credit score, right? To joining the 850 Club Elite, to seeing how close he was to home ownership, to actually getting there for home ownership, to getting pre-approved. Now he's looking at rental properties. This all happened in less than 60 days. Mark has been with it less than 60, 90 days. Now, I'm not taking credit for him improving his credit score. I don't know what he did prior to, but he at least was like, okay, this confirms something. This put me in position. Y'all see this? Listen, look, shout out to Michelle. She's in the house, right? Michelle says, listen, stepping into the classroom, I definitely been educating myself from the classroom. Big help. Y'all better get in the classroom. Listen, Connie says, I'm looking for a better future. Okay? Listen, she got goals she want to accomplish, even though she had a previous situation, right? We got government grants. We can make. Oh, man, I'm giving y'all. I don't want to be doing too much in here, man. I'm just letting you know it's doable. Naturally Press says, how ironic. I've been following your videos, currently in need of a vehicle. I worked on my credit score last year. Applied for an auto loan with Navy Fed on Friday. Check was delivered in 5 minutes. Congratulations, Naturally Pressed. Listen. Congratulations. See, you're not just attracting it by telling the universe that you want it to happen, but you're putting the action behind it. Naturally Press says, she says, lo and behold, I clicked on YouTube and you're live. Look at God. That's right. See, a lot of times, these opportunities are going to be in front of you, whether it's life, whether it's the universe, whether you believe in God or not, it's up to you. But the opportunity will present itself. Once that opportunity presents itself, then you got to take advantage of it. So when you watch that video, it doesn't mean anything if you don't take action. It's about execution. We talked about that. What's 2 things we're going to focus on this year? Information and execution. I'm going to make sure you get the information, but I can't make you do it. I can't make you do it. That's on you, right? But I'm going to keep showing you people that are human. We talked about that, right? They are human. Y'all want to see some humans? Let me show you again, for those who just not checked in with us. These are humans right here. Listen, these are human people. I know, but Calvin, clearly they're human, right? But here, I don't want you to miss my point, right? These are human people just like you, right? They're human people just like you. And they said, listen, I have a goal that I want to accomplish. I have a goal that I want to accomplish. And that is the goal of home ownership. Okay. Now, again, check this out. They wake up every single day like you do. They got 24 hours in a day, just like you. But that's the key part right there. What are they doing with their 24 hours? They spent some time researching. Actually, they were a referral from someone else we sold a house to. And they was like, man, you know what? It would be nice to buy a home someday, but we don't qualify and we don't know what we need to put in place first. So what they did was they took some time of the 24 hours. See, some of you all, you're not investing enough time into yourself. You sleep, that don't count. You got to sleep, right? You got to sleep, but you're not doing anything while you sleep, right? So what's the other 16 hours? You got to work, right? You work 8 hours. You got to get to work, prep for work. That's at least half an hour both ways. Let's say it's another hour. That's 9, right? 9 minus 16, what's that, 7? We got 7 hours left. They took a portion of that 7 hours, just a small portion. And they said, listen, Let me make sure that every day, every week, every month, we're getting closer to our goal. And we stayed on top of them. We stayed on top and say, hey, how we looking? Did you do this? Oh, I haven't done it yet. Okay. When we doing this? You're right. Let me do this. Let me get this done. That's all. We're simply reminding you what can be done. What can be done? We're reminding you of who you are. We're reminding you of who you say you want to be. What goal you say you want to accomplish. If that's real, if that's real, then we need to put action behind that. And if you don't know what to do, don't worry. I'm going to show you. Okay. Let's get back into the comments here. I know I keep moving around. I'm not blaming y'all. That's me. I'm just excited because this just happened, by the way. They just closed on their property. So super excited about that. We got some more folks. Oh, we got some more people too. We got another person that we helped improve her credit score, put her in position to buy property as well too. We got the photo of that. I'll show that tomorrow. So many people are accomplishing their goals. I got you. Don't you worry. Right? Michelle's in the house. Congratulations, Naturally Pressed. Absolutely. B2 says, yes, you have options. You better believe you do. Coach Elizabeth Carter's in the house. Elite is in the house, right? Michelle says, thank you. The Diva says, buy a house in 2026. She says that's her goal, to buy a home in 2026. And just so we're clear, guys, I don't care when it is. If it's next year, this year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, if you just signed a 1-year lease, let's go ahead and get everything out the way. Because you still need the information. You still need to make sure your savings is there. You need to make sure your credit score is there. You need to make sure the strategy is there. Right? See, some of you all think, oh, well, I'm just like Diva. I don't want to buy a house until next year. So I'll just, wait until next year to get everything in place. Oh, no. Get it out the way now. That's one less thing to worry about. Get the credit score out the way. Find out how much you need to save. Find out what homes cost in the neighborhoods you say you want to live in. Some of you all going to be sticker shocked. You say, man, it costs this much to live in this area? Then you're going to see quickly why certain people live in certain areas. And not in a bad way. It's just what they can afford, right? So it's got to make sense. You got to know how much it costs. And here's 2 reasons why you need to know how much it costs. Number 1, because you may be thinking that you can afford it and you can't. So you need to find out what you can. The opposite is true too, is that you're thinking that, oh, well, I can only afford this area, and you could actually get a little bit more than that. Instead of you getting an unfinished basement, you can get a finished basement. Instead of you getting a ranch style, you can get multiple floors. You can get another bathroom. You can get the pool in the back, right? That's the reason number 1. Find out again what that buying amount can do for you, what that budget amount is going to be. But then number 2, what's number 2? You need to know that if you're looking for a property, right, that you can even get approved for it. That the numbers, because see, if the numbers don't make sense, it doesn't matter anyway. I'm sorry, if your score is not there, it won't matter anyway. We're pipe dreaming. But if you are, it's okay to always look at homes, but let's make sure that we're also not just doing law of attraction. We're not just doing manifestation, all these beautiful things. We also got to make sure that our actions, that we're also getting results from this too. Are we getting closer or are we moving further away? Right? Because that's what I want to add to that, was that some of you all right now can literally live in the same area. You can stay a block down the street. You can stay a block down the street, a couple houses down the street. Some of you all are renting. The amount that you're paying for rent, many of you all, 78% of people paying rent in the United States can purchase a property within 2 miles of where they're paying rent right now for the same amount of money, or extremely close. Okay. And I know every area is different, but I just want to plant that seed. So it's doable. Michelle says, I'm determined and I will become a homeowner this year. I know that's right. I'm going to make sure Michelle gets there. I'm going to make sure she has everything else in place. Okay. We're going to make sure we get everything up in place. Michelle says, move in ready. Perfect. Joy says, Elite is in the house. Appreciate you being here, Joy. Oh, and I think that's the Joy. I was talking to her inside of the community as well too. And Joy's got some goals that she's getting close to as well. I ain't gonna put her business out there, but she's most definitely getting closer to her goals for sure.
I am Bev says, hey, I just came on. Awesome, awesome. Bev says, how to build credit and remove increase. That's your goal. That's amazing. Listen, you most definitely can learn how to do that inside the elite. She says, I just became a member at Navy Federal. Oh, we most definitely finna be maximizing that, right? You got to maximize that relationship at Navy Fed for sure. Natural Press says, more ways to utilize Navy Federal. Man, everything. Have a conversation with them about everything. And this is not just Navy Fed. This is any credit union. Okay. Any credit union, any bank, have conversations with them, right? See what their auto loan rates are. That way you can see if you should continue even being there, right? Or does it make sense to get that type of loan product or that type of bank product with them in general? That's up to you. You know, he's in the house, right? Nicholas, what's going on, sir? Appreciate you being here. Ty's in the house says, I need help building my credit. We got you. You can either binge watch some of the 2,000 videos we have, or if you want to get there faster, join the 850 Club Elite. We'll tell you exactly what you need to do. Okay. All right. And listen, Nicholas says, we don't know what we don't know. Absolutely. Devron says, I'm doing a pledge loan with Navy Fed tomorrow for 10K. Devron going crazy out here. Okay. Listen, that's most definitely going to help you build a strong relationship with Navy Fed for sure. Okay. We talked about pledge loans. That's on our YouTube channel as well, too. So if you guys want to get a deeper dive into that. Also, we got Jackie coming in a couple weeks. So if you guys got questions about Navy Fed, pledge loans, things of that sort, she's most definitely going to be in the building. All right. Raquel says, I'm so glad that I'm on this live. So informative. I need to know how to keep my scores above 710. Once I get there, the following month, it goes back down to the high 680s. This happens to a lot of people, Raquel. Let me tell you why. One of the most reasons why this happens. Number one, your average age of accounts is probably not old enough. Okay. So that could be one thing. Number two, it could be a various amount of things, balances on credit cards, things of that sort. But it sounds like to me we need maybe a few more accounts. Sounds like that to me. But again, I would have to know more about the situation to really, because it can be a lot of different things. I've seen people's credit scores slowly drop just because they got student loans in deferments. And when student loans are in deferment, monthly payments, they start to increase because of the interest. So the loan is growing. And when a loan grows, that decreases your credit score. You know how many people don't know that? Yes. If you have a loan that has interest and you're not paying on it, see, an auto loan, the interest is already there. It's already wrapped into the monthly payment. A mortgage, the interest is already there, is already wrapped into the monthly payment. A personal loan is already wrapped into the monthly payment. But if you're not making payments, that interest adds to the loan grows, the balance grows, right? And that actually decreases your credit score. So if you have student loans that are in deferment, but you don't have a payment plan going on, I'm not trying to put you in a tight spot, but it does affect the score. Just a lot of little things like that I've seen, right? Mike says on secured credit cards, if possible, set the limit yourself. If heard correctly last night on your last live, Calvin, someone mentioned that Navy Fed no longer allows that. Am I correct? That's a great question. And that was choosing your limit on the secured credit card. I know that they've made some changes with the M rewards in general. We got to dig a little bit deeper into that, and we might have to make that into an entire video because the thing is that someone would, in order for me to get you the most accurate information, someone would almost have to apply for that, and then we have to find out. So I'll keep you posted on that. But I'm now starting to see that as well too. I'm gonna add that to the list here, so we don't forget. And that's Navy Fed. I don't know if that was secure credit cards though that affected. So we'll find out more about that. Okay. Nicholas said Cali's in the building. Elite is in the building. California, man. Appreciate you guys being here. India says, how can I book a consultation? So there's a couple different ways you could do it. You want to go to 850club.com. And when you go to 850club.com, it'll show you all of the options there. Matter of fact, let me pull it up. And so that's 850club.com. I'm sorry, the 850club.com, because we still having some connection issues there. So here, if you want to book a consultation, then you can go to the 850club.com. Okay. And matter of fact, let me show you guys real quick what that looks like. Share this tab. So this is what it looks like when you get there. Okay. Here, my face is, I'm too big. Let me make myself a little bit smaller. Okay. All right. So now, so once you get there, it says, of course, how can we know what can we assist you with? So you can, of course, learn more about our 850 Club Elite. This is the lowest cost way to get the most value because this way you can ask questions, you can talk to other community members. We always give you early access to our interviews, so on and so forth. There's so much that you can get from that. Then you have a custom game plan. Okay. Now, custom game plans where we look at your credit report and we tell you exactly what you need to do to improve and to not only improve your credit score, but to accomplish your goal. So we focus on what your goal is. We ask you, what is your goal? You tell us your goal, and we say, this is what you need to do based on what your goal is. All of these people right here had goals. All of them. Okay. All of them. Okay. They all had goals, whether it was they bought a house, she wanted to be a landlord, he wanted to get a car, she wanted to get a car. So again, they all got game plans. Then, of course, you have the one-on-one call. Okay, this is a one-on-one call right there. And so you can go ahead and click on that, and that gives you the information right there. Those are going to be the top 3 ways that we can help you. And then, of course, we got, of course, success stories and stuff. So how we helped the young lady go from a 497 credit score to home ownership, from the 500 credit scores to home ownership. Y'all, I don't know if you guys remember Troy, right? He improved his credit score 100 points in 30 days. So, and listen, a lot of these people came from YouTube. He bought his first car with a low interest rate. These are 2 sisters. They had a goal to go to, they both had a goal to buy property. Check this out. Let me say, this is another crazy story. Like, this deserves its own video. These are 2 sisters. This one to the left reached out to me first. She says, hey, I want to buy a property and I want to collect rent, because y'all know bank accounts love when y'all got money coming in. Anyway, so she says, I want to do that. Then she just she didn't tell her family she was doing it, but her younger sister knew that her older sister was essentially trying to go into homeownership, because the younger sister told the older sister about us. And then she was like, okay, I'm going through this process. The entire time, though, the younger sister and her husband, they were also working on their game plan as well. So, and they was just like, okay, I'm going to surprise my older sister when I buy my house. Don't worry, the story gets better. It gets better. The older sister says, my younger sister don't know it, but I'm about to start buying a house. She thinks I'm just coming to you for credit, but I also want to buy a property too. So both of them were thinking that, well, either way, both of them were trying to keep something from the other person. Let me tell you all how crazy this was. You will not believe this. You will not believe this when I tell you what I'm about to tell you. Both of the sisters started on different dates. Both of the sisters got pre-approved on different dates, far apart from each other. Both of the sisters had issues with the properties that they were buying, and they were issues like the sellers took care of the issues, but they had some bumps that came along the way. How on earth, watch this, how on earth did they both close on their property on the exact same day? It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Yes. So when you get around people, I keep telling you, some of the things holding you all back is you're not around people that are setting goals and accomplishing them. Y'all don't know what it looks like. See, if you're around a whole bunch of finna do people, they just talk about what they finna do. Right? I'm from Memphis. I could say that. So you're around a whole bunch of people talking about what they finna do, then you don't know what work looks like. See, when you're around people and you know what work looks like, they're like, oh, I'm paying my credit cards down. I'm improving my credit score. I'm getting this account. I'm closing this account. I'm using this account this way. When the language is in front of you and you see it happening before your eyes, this is what growth looks like. That's how they both closed on their properties the exact same day. They didn't even know until that day because I didn't want to tell them. They was like, oh my God, I had to go to this closing and then run and go get the photo to this closing. They were holding the same key. And she closed like the same time. Now they closed on the same day, but not the same time during the day because they use the same lender, one of my lenders, And we kept it from both of them. They couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. Either way, listen, I'm just bragging on people, man. I'm just bragging on people. But anyway, let me go back. Let me get back to where I need to be. Is this good information? Yes or yes? Is this good information? Yes or yes? I hope so. I hope so. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. We about to wrap up, guys. We are about to wrap up. Where's my comments? Oh man, I'm still up here at the top. Raquel says, I'm watching from Manchester, England. Appreciate you watching from you far, Raquel. Appreciate you watching from where you at for sure. You know he's in the house. Elite always giving so many gems as much as best as she can. All right. Zoombast says, I'm joining 850 today. Let's do it. Listen, let's do it. I'm here to help you get there. Listen, Princess says, help. I promise you I got you. I promise you I got you. All you got to do here, join the 850 Club Elite. Start there first. That's step one. Devron says, that's what I said. He live. I'm right. I'm live, man. Let's do it. All right. So Cynthia says, Elite from Alabama. Alabama's in the house. I keep telling y'all, man, the map is crazy. The map is crazy. Listen, man, let me see here. Let me pull that map back up. Listen, let me pull that map back up. Okay. Let me see here. Let me zoom back out. Here's the map here, guys. Here, I'm going to zoom in again. There we go. I know you guys can't see it. There it is. There's a map right there, guys. Listen, you're not alone. You are not alone in this credit journey. Okay? You're not alone. These are the people that are here just like you. Okay? Look at this. Oh, sorry. There we go. They're here just like you. Okay? Oh, I keep doing this. Hold on. Y'all see what I'm trying to do. There we go. Though I at least want y'all to see y'all states. Y'all see that? Okay. Again, this is where everybody's at. This is where everybody's at, man. So either way, let's go. Let's keep going. Okay. Oh yeah, Miss Sadie's in the house. Appreciate you being here. Mojo says, I'm in Arizona. My wife and I are wanting to purchase a newly built mobile home on land that we have. Ooh, on land they already got. Y'all see that? Y'all hear this in the conversation? I ain't missing that. We were informed it takes 6 months for a manufactured home to be completed. I'm not sure about the time frame on that, but that's not a horrible time. I mean, it usually takes about 8 to 10 months if you go new construction, if it's not a manufactured home. But then there's also some that may be, pre-built as well too. Keep us posted on that. We'll most definitely listen. Let's keep us posted on that. Congratulations to you all moving further along in the process, especially if you want something that's newly built. But sometimes they have models already pre-ready to go. So, but either way, I'm sure you can figure that whole situation out as well. What is popping too is Boxable. So that's blowing up like crazy. See if they can do that on yours on there too. Zahira says, I need my credit fixed. I'm in debt consolidation. Ooh, I got bad news. Sometimes now, most debt consolidation companies, they don't do a good job, in my opinion. Why? Because many of them don't pay the bills that they're supposed to be paying on time. So check to make sure that your debt consolidation people are paying the bills on time. That's usually what I see a lot of the issues is that they're not paying their bills on time and people end up with lower scores. Okay, keep me posted on that. Mama Zeke says, I have until April 26th, but I'm starting now. I've reached out. Oh yeah, we're gonna make it happen. We most definitely gonna make it happen. Zoombat says, I'm looking forward to joining the 850 club and crushing these goals that are in my 5-year plan. Y'all see the language? 5-year plan. See? These are the type of people that's inside the elite. They talking about 5 years ahead. We're not just talking about next month. We're not just talking about the end of the year. Y'all see this? Kayla says, I will join Mr. Calvin. I just need some finishing touches. Oh, we're going to make it happen, sir. We most definitely going to make it happen. Nick, you grad. What's going on, Nick? You appreciate you being here. She says, should you pay off collections first or charge off first? If there's one before the other, I would most definitely say the collection, only because those can actually be removed a little bit easier instead of having to do the whole dispute process. A lot of times the collection company can remove those, instead of you having to go through that whole process with the dispute process. So I would say collections more than anything. I would say first, I should say. And then of course, charge offs, because with the charge off, it's still going to be there. Unless, of course, you could still dispute it, but it's not like companies don't remove charge offs unless like you have to dispute that, is what I'm saying. versus a collection company, they could say, oh yeah, we'll take that off, and you don't have to do all the extra stuff. So just think about it like that. Okay. Nicholas says, I got to jump off. Peace, 850 Elite family. Love you guys. Thanks as always, Calvin. Absolutely, Nick. We'll see you back inside of the 850 Club Elite. Great stories, and your team has been a blessing to us, especially in this current economy. Listen, we aim to please. We most definitely aim to please for sure. Okay. Deborah says, bought the new house. Bought the house. That's what I'm talking about. See, you knocking stuff out. You got the pledge loan. He already got the house already. Listen, and I'm sure he's doing a majority of that, especially with Navy Fed. Okay. Especially having a Navy Federal account. So most definitely take advantage of that. Okay. She says the close on divine intentions. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So now Cordelia says, can you share more about how you raise your credit score? I have several derogatory items that are around 5 years old. I've disputed them multiple times, but they won't fall off. We got to build around them. That's what I've mastered. I've mastered showing people how to build around negative items. Instead of us bashing our heads against the wall, right, with these negative items, here's another thing you guys got to remember too. Negative items, they have a lower value every single month. Every month that is on your credit report, it loses some value. You may not see it lose a point every month, but it's losing value. It's getting closer to losing that point, if it makes sense. As it gets closer to 7 years, it has lower value. So that means we need to focus on new things. That doesn't mean we need to get a new account, but we need to focus on, is everything else in order, right? Instead of just focusing on just trying to get those items removed, because removals hasn't always been the thing that I've led with. Now, have we helped people get things removed? Absolutely. But we don't just ride on that because we can't control it. I talk about things we can't control. We can control opening an account, closing an account, using an account this way. We can control how much we pay on a credit card. We can control those types of things. Now, we send out some dispute letters and have the process. Some things come off, some things don't. A lot of people don't want to admit that. And then, or they make it seem like, oh, it never comes back. We see stuff come back all the time. So either way, I'm gonna spend too much time on that because people turn it into a whole argument. And it's like, okay, whatever, you win. White flag. Okay. So he says crazy is not the norm. I know that's right. For real. Okay. And then Cordelia says, is it worth paying for dispute services? You could try it out. Yeah, you could. It's never nothing wrong with doing that, But again, I would rather say, okay, if the goal is to improve the score, let's talk about how to improve the score. Like how to improve the score without getting the item removed. I've shown people how to buy homes with repossessions on their credit report. They got repossessions, evictions, child support, charge-offs, you name it. They're still homeowners. They're still in the 700s. Yes, I have clients with in the 700s with bankruptcies on their credit report, repossessions on their credit report, charge-offs, big charge-offs, $30,000 charge-offs. They're in the 700s. You know why? Because they built around it. Yeah. See, people don't know how to do that. You see, the thing is that, especially back in the day, a lot of stuff didn't come off. Like things are getting better and better with items being removed and things of that sort. But back in the day, a lot of stuff didn't come off. So it was like learning. That's how I learned. I was like, let's just build around this. Let's make sure everything else is in place. Right. Let's go ahead and let's lower that car payment. Take the money that we save from the car payment. Let's put that towards the credit card. That pays down the credit card faster. See, there's strategies. You need a strategist. Some of you all need a strategist. You need someone to look at your situation and say, okay, how can I get from here to where I want to be? That's a strategy. Drew said, now run tell that. Shantae's in the house, Atlanta, Georgia. Mike says, go for a modular home. All right. Shu says that so the elite is $29 a month. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And because I need you all to pay attention. I need you all to pay attention. See, when the information will always be for free on YouTube. Always. But if you want something that's going to get you there faster, you got to put some skin in the game so you can care. You can care. Because see, here's the thing. I'm here. I'm going to make sure you got everything. But if you're like, you gotta put some time in. And oh my God, the value that you're getting, people pay thousands of dollars for just pieces of the information that's inside the elite. Most of the guests that I've interviewed, they charge hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to get the information that they gave inside the elite, just because I've helped them or we're just cool. I'm telling you. Deron says 7 years homeowner. Appreciate that. Oh, Shoot says, can you drop the link for the consultation again? Absolutely. There's a community right there. And for the consultation, that would be the 850club.com. I was just making sure I was going to the right site. Oh yeah, you good. No, you are good. You are good. You are good. All right. So guys, we're gonna be wrapping up here. Mr. Milk Chocolate says, I'm about to get on y'all about these names. Should we pay off charge offs and it will raise my credit score if I do? Only if the charge off was a credit card with a balance. If not, then no. Yeah, only if it was a credit card with a balance. Okay. Mike says, matter of fact, Calvin, is this really a good time to have a home built regardless of the type of construction? You know, it depends. Like a lot of materials are US made. A lot of materials are, in fact, US made. Like questions we never even thought we had to ask. But stuff that's already like pre-built, stuff that's already purchased, stuff like that, you should be fine. You should be fine on a lot of things. But you got to have a conversation with the construction company on how they do it. Because some stuff, a lot of times these construction companies, they have a warehouse with a lot of the materials that they frequently use. So a lot of times they've already purchased some stuff. But we really gonna see, I don't know how long these tariffs gonna last. Y'all gonna see the prices start to go up. A lot of stuff is already starting to go up already. But people gonna really be feeling it like within a month. Because by that time, people don't have 2, 3, 5 months of inventory just sitting around. You know, it's usually like as the months go on, net 30s, net 60s. So y'all, people really gonna feel it in month 2, month 1, month 2. So Quadir says, I have 2 secure credit cards, Capital One, Navy, Credit Strong, short term, bridge. What else can I do? Depends on what the goal is, but that's more than enough accounts. Yeah, I would have stopped at the one secured for sure, but that's back in the day. I'm trying to get an SBA 7A loan to buy a business. Oh yeah, then you most definitely got to keep working on the score. And we got some people coming in to talk about that too. So if you got questions specifically about getting business loans and different types of business funding too, just in case you want something outside of that SBA loan, sounds like you're on the right path. Just kind of based on some things. But again, that's going to be looking at score and a couple of other application questions as well too. But the score is most definitely looking like it's going to be there. That is on the way there for sure. All right. He says Calvin is a strategist. Appreciate that. That's for sure. Joy says for years, people said don't pay old debt. She says, minute I followed the game plan, paid down my debt, my credit is finally increasing. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. Listen. And don't get me wrong. Since we don't know what we don't know, a lot of times people give advice on what they know. And don't get me wrong. It feels good not to pay somebody and all the rest of that. But think of the long game. This is the long game. You want to borrow money, not pay it back. Just listen to me real quick. You want to borrow money, not pay it back, come up with all these random reasons and excuses on why you shouldn't pay it. And then, watch this, to ask similar banks to borrow money from them. It's insane. So again, now don't get me wrong. I've gotten some real people that are going really deep and say, well, Calvin, you got the laws, and Calvin, you got the banks do it. We're not the banks. We borrow from the banks. Okay. The banks make the rules. Now, don't get me wrong. You can pay cash, but if you borrow money and there's nothing wrong with doing that, and it makes sense, and you again, guys, listen, it's easier if you do it the right way. Can I say that? Because everybody else gonna tell you that, everybody gonna tell you the shortcuts, all the rest. And I'm not saying the shortcuts don't work, but sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes. But hey, I'm gonna put you in position where no one can take it from you. You know how you can keep a collection from ever coming back? Making an arrangement with them, or just build around it. See, some of you all have the wrong expectations. You say, if I dispute this, it's going to get removed. No, there's a chance it will get removed. Okay. Some of you all say, okay, well, when it gets removed, I'm going to get like 50 points. No, you may get points. 70% of the people I see disputes things don't even get points when it gets off the report, because now it's got so much age on it. Right. So you got to set the expectations. You need a better strategy. If your score is not moving, you need a strategy. If your score just can't get to a certain point, you need a better strategy. Some of you all want to get into homeownership and you're this close, but you can't get there. You need a better strategy. I'm here to give you that strategy. All right. Either way, I ain't gonna hold y'all up, guys. Appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys, if you liked the video, like it. if you want to share this with someone that you know, make sure you guys go ahead and share it. And if you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing? No, I'm just kidding. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Have a good